I don't want to know, man. I don't want to know. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't resist. Hey there, it's me, the media guy. Today I'm here to share my thoughts on Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. Okay, I promise I won't do my Scooby-Doo impression throughout the rest of this video. I don't want to make my voice completely sore as it was. I'm sorry about some of the lags in this video. I've been meaning to get a new phone. Scooby and his amigos go south of the border. Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Inc. Gang are in for a creepy encounter with the monstrous monster of Mexico in this mucho spooky all-new Scooby-Doo movie. The gang heads south of the border for some well-earned rest and relaxation. But there's trouble in the town of Veracruz, where tourists are being frightened away by a terrifying creature who has 10 feet tall, huge, and glowing green eyes. When Scooby-Doo and the gang discover that their friend may have to sell his hotel because of the creature, oh dear, that could mean trouble. Things get even more mysterious. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and the gang must then tangle with everything from giant feathered serpents to ghoulish ghosts as they race to solve this Mexican mystery before the creature of Veracruz can strike again! That's right, everybody. It's all true. Now, what do I think about Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico? It's an interesting and nice, harmless movie for all fans alike. And actually goes into some deep dive into Mexico's history, which I'm guessing at times this movie can be very educational when you think about it. And I guess it's kind of rare, it's almost rare for a Scooby-Doo movie or any Scooby-Doo piece of media in general can have educational moments from here and there. Especially when it involves Mystery Inc. solving the case of El Chupacabra in Mexico, who you can tell right here looks a little bit menacing. And I assume this isn't what the Chupacabra is supposed to look like. I'm guessing he's supposed to be some kind of lizard monster or something. But hey, I'm not gonna make a big deal over it. But anyways, I love this movie. It actually feels great to rewatch another Scooby-Doo movie that came out 22 years ago. Frank Welker still does a great job voicing Fred and Scooby-Doo. He's still my favorite character after all. I gotta admit, the old Chupacabra is still creepy. The rest of the gang are still iconic: Fred, Velma, Daphne, Scooby-Doo, and Shaggy. I like the idea of having them visit Mexico to learn about its history, while also trying to battle the El Chupacabra beast. I'm not gonna spoil who the actual culprit is, because I assume that you guys are not fans of spoilers, which that's totally understandable. Nobody likes spoilers. There are some nice moments here and there, like Scooby trying to win the doll girl of his dreams. That was actually pretty cute. Scooby going into the swimming pool and actually came down with a pretty rough landing. Jeez. There's just so many interesting things about this movie that I just enjoy. The music is well done. has that Mexican vibe to it. Especially when we get to hear a different rendition of the classic Scooby-Doo Where Are You music score. I mean, the first time this happened was in Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire, and that had an Australian rendition of the Scooby-Doo Where Are You music score. But I think this movie did it a lot better. And there are so many suspicious characters trying to stop Mystery Inc. from uncovering this mystery. And again, I'm not going to spoil it, because I assume that you guys don't like spoilers. And that's totally understandable. And another thing there's another thing I like about this movie. At the part where Mystery Inc. tries to escape the angry mob of tourists after being framed as vandals, even though they did nothing wrong. If you listen very closely, you will hear a Mexican rendition of the chase music that was used in the Funky Phantom. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that piece of music score was used in the Funky Phantom TV show. And I guess this movie would also borrow some music scores from other Hanna-Barbera shows, which I guess that makes sense, since Warner Brothers does own the rights to Hanna-Barbera after all, the same company who made Johnny Quest, Yogi Bear, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, Huckleberry Hound, Scooby-Doo, Wally Gator, Snagglepuss, Quittron McGraw, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, Jabberjaw, Goober and the Ghost Chasers, The Funky Phantom, Speed Buggy, Captain Caveman, Clue Club, The Banana Splits, and many more that I can name off, but we will be here all day long. This movie does have a good amount of bonus features. For this one, I just listened to the audio commentary version by Fred, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo. And it does contain blooper reels from the actual movie. That's another thing I like about this movie. The blooper reels were hilarious. Yeah, even cartoon characters can often mess up their lines from time to time. One of my favorite parts about the blooper reel is when Scooby's trying to do a little bit of an unmasking of the skeleton, and he keeps pulling off so many masks. Like this one bit where he unmasked the skeleton to reveal Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo himself, and a cameo appearance by other Hanna-Barbera characters, like Yogi Bear and Fred Flintstone. That actually got a bit of a laugh out of me a bit. You can still watch the blooper reel of this movie on DVD, or just find it on YouTube. Just type in Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico blooper reel, and boom, there it is. It's actually pretty simple. I actually miss it when most Scooby-Doo movies would have bonus features. Make sure some of the recent direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies, as you can see right here, will just have bonus cartoons from other Scooby-Doo episodes. But it's probably not the same as they used to do back then, with the first 6 direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, Cyber Chase, Legend of the Vampire, and this movie, Monster of Mexico. But you know what? I'm not gonna make a big fuss about it. And yeah, I will bring up the elephant in the room. This is technically the last movie to have Heather North be the voice of Daphne Blake until her passing a few years later. And yeah, I had to bring that up because if I didn't, a lot of you guys would have thought I forgot all about it. So good thing I had to bring that up. But anyways, I highly recommend Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. You can still find a VHS and DVD copy of this movie at a thrift store, Walmart, Target, since those stores do have a DVD section. Or you can just order the movie off from Amazon, which is fine by me. Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico will still be a great movie. And if this isn't like one of your favorite movies, then that's okay. I'm not gonna make a big fuss about it. You guys have your own certain ways of liking movies or hating them. I got my own way. And I'm still not gonna reveal who the criminal mastermind behind this whole El Chupacabra business really is, because, like I already said, I assume that you guys don't like spoilers that much, which that's totally understandable. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will give this movie 5 Mexican hats out of 5. And as always, adios muchachos!